Hello, everybody. We'll be starting in another few minutes.
Good evening, everyone. Just a second. I think there's a problem. Just a second. Good evening, everyone. Hello, guys. Am I audible?
You're audible, Aditi.
Okay, thank you. So, good evening, everyone, and welcome to this amazing session by the AWS Cloud Club IGDTUW. I'm Aditi, and joining me as your co-host is Tia. So today we have something really exciting, a session designed to take the mystery out of cloud computing, show you the real edge it gives us as students, and leave you with practical
Started right away. Before we begin, let me introduce you all to our speaker today, Arushi Garg. Arushi is currently an SDE2 at Adobe and was recognized as an AWS Cloud Captain in 2023. A prestigious title award awarded to students who demonstrate exceptional cloud expertise and community leadership. She's been in our shoes, navigating college, tech, and career decisions, and has built her way to where she is today. We are really lucky to have her here tonight. Welcome, Arushi.
Hi, just a second. Hey, hi everyone. Uh, thanks, Tia. Thanks, Aditi, for introducing me. And yeah, I hope I'm audible, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we start away or are we waiting for more people to join in?
We can start the.
Okay. Wait. Mm, just share my screen. Okay. Share my screen. Yeah, I hope my screen is visible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, hi everyone. So, Uh, okay, welcome to this session named Start Early, Start Ahead. Uh, Today we'll be discussing why cloud is important, my journey from AWS, my journey to AWS Cloud Captain, and from AWS Cloud Captain to SD2. Uh, okay, so let me just start by introducing myself. Yeah. So let me just start with introducing myself. So currently I'm working as SD2 at Adobe. I call myself an AI enthusiast, and I am an alumni of IGDTUW itself. And during my 4 years of IGDTUW, I have authored and published 7 research papers, mainly on AI, ML, deep learning domain, and one was on LLMs, etc. Then I am an open source contributor. I have contributed and mentored students to start their journey in open source, mainly in Girls Group Summer of Code, Social Summer of Code, and a few more open source programs. Then I'm a mentor, speaker, and researcher. Apart from that, I was the program manager at Girls Group Summer of Code 2024, and I was the AWS Cloud Captain in 2023. So, we will be talking about this AWS Cloud Captain more in detail in next few slides. So, okay, let's start with by discussing mystifying the cloud computing and understanding the foundation that's reshaping the tech industry. Also, you guys, if you have any doubts, you guys can post your doubts or questions in the chat box or raise your hands, or we can have a Q&A session post I have completed talking about uh, cloud computing, etc. Okay, so starting with what exactly is cloud computing? So, so there was time when everything was stored in various physical drives, hard drives, or there were huge storage houses wherein the data was stored. But now, since we have the cloud computing, this enables us to store data on servers, and we can access that data from anywhere, anytime, just the internet is required. So we can say that cloud computing refers to the delivery of computing resources, servers, storage, software over the internet. And also, uh, this cloud computing provides you with on demand, and you can pay only for those services and resources that you have consumed. Hence, no hardware ownership is required, no maintenance is required. You just need to pay for what resources and services you consume. Hence, it is a great thing to use for students, because obviously their usage is limited to their personal projects, etc. So for that, they do not require a very large storage or resources. Hence, you can pay very minimal to use those minimal services and resources. Then it is very useful for startups wherein they are just starting up, and mainly focusing on cost cutting. And then if you talk about the full-fledged huge companies or MNCs, so again it is useful for them because the amount of data, the services running the databases is insane. Hence, cloud computing is useful for everyone depending upon their needs. So, moving on, as I have discussed, benefits of cloud computing, that is scalability. So, the resources or the services that you are using, you can scale, you can increase them as and when required. Then, cost effectiveness, because you only pay for what you use. Accessibility, you can access it from anywhere, anytime, just the internet is required. Then, flexibility, because major cloud computing platforms. If you talk about Azure or Google Cloud, Google Cloud platform, that is GCP, or AWS, or or Oracle Cloud, Salesforce Cloud. So there are huge number of cloud platforms that are available, and everyone provide a suite of services and resources. And it is more like a buffet that you have, and you can select the services that you need. Then the benefits include security. Your data is safe on the cloud, and you can add the authentication authorization accordingly. And then ease of management. Why? Because you can enable automated updates, patching, and also maintenance is comparatively very easy than the traditional methods of storing databases. Then, if we specifically talk about AWS and Amazon Web Services, so it provides 200 plus fully featured services from data centers globally. And AWS is one of the most commonly adopted cloud platform by most of the companies. Even Adobe and the team that I'm working on has currently deployed its data on AWS. So, uh, AWS is very good for lower cost. It is more agile, and you can innovate much faster with AWS. And as I have mentioned before, it is very good for startups, enterprises, then government agencies and universities, the students like you who are working on their personal project. And if you want to scale up your project, maybe if you are working on some POC, and you want huge data sets, or you want to deploy your website somewhere, so AWS is one such platform that you can use for your personal development as well. So, okay, then coming to my journey and the AWS Cloud Captain story. So back in 2023, AWS had started this program of AWS Cloud Clubs, and I was selected as one of the first 50 cloud captains all over the globe. And also, being the first AWS Cloud Captain, I had this responsibility of establishing the AWS Cloud Club on the campus of IGDTUW. So, um, yeah, it was definitely a great learning journey. I know back in 2023, many of you were not even in college, but our current AWS Cloud Captain, Sanya, was there, and she helped me with organizing various events. Even the biggest event that we had was the AWS Student Community Day. It was a day long event where 250 plus or almost 300 attendees, 10, 12 professional speakers, and even there were guests who visited our campus from USA. So from the Seattle office in USA. So yeah, like it was great because being the AWS Cloud Captain and being part of the AWS Cloud Club, it gave me such an opportunity to explore more, to go beyond just from my college classroom to, you know, discovering many more things. And definitely, it is a great community. Apart from AWS Cloud Club, we have we have AWS user group Delhi NCR, which also very regularly organize events. And then currently also we have this AWS some event in Bangalore, which is a countrywide event. So AWS has a very huge community in India, all over the globe. It is great that you have started with the AWS Cloud Club, like being the member of AWS Cloud Club, and I definitely suggest you guys to expand yourself and get into more and more AWS related communities, because it is actually very helpful. Because the people here, the members here, you can connect with them, you can ask for mentorship, and definitely it will be great for networking. And talking about the career, so as you network, you'll know more about the things. You might be networking with professionals. They can be early professionals, they can be experienced people who have spent um, 10 or 15 years in corporate, so you'll definitely learn a lot from them. And talking about the experiences that you'll gain, the events, the sessions, and the practical knowledge that you'll gain, it will definitely give you an edge over others in job applications and interview. So think about it. Currently in college, not everyone is very much inclined to cloud, but cloud is something which is extensively used in corporate, in companies. So if you have that knowledge of cloud computing platform, I'm not only talking about AWS but any other major cloud computing platform, if you have knowledge of that, you can definitely utilize it when you are in corporate, or you can at least show to the interviewers that I know quite a few services. I have deployed my projects over some cloud platform, or I have certifications. So this will give you an edge over others when talking about resume selection or interviews, because I understand that DSA is one of the most differentiating factor. But apart from DSA, your projects and your skills do matter. So as I've mentioned that your AWS knowledge is very much equivalent to the competitive edge. So in IGD2, I guess I remember it was my sixth semester when I had cloud computing as a subject. and it was mainly about the theoretical knowledge. I could not actually visualize the things that I learned or that I read at that time. But once you start uh, implementing it practically, it will help you a lot. And AWS Cloud Club is one such place wherein you can actually get the opportunity get the opportunities to try hands-on labs and interact with the real AWS services. And apart from that, you'll here network with people who can guide you to work on better projects. That practical experience textbooks can never give you, but only hands-on and getting into a community like AWS Cloud Club gives you. So talking about the on-campus interviews, I have discussed about that. Internship applications, I have also discussed about that. Then technical rounds. So you think, uh, if you aim for the companies like Google, Microsoft, Amazon, which have their own um, in-house cloud computing platforms. So if and those cloud computing platforms are very much used in their companies. Like Google, if have everything deployed, all their services, databases deployed on GCP. Amazon has everything deployed, and they extensively use AWS. So if you have knowledge of that particular domain, you will definitely excel in their interviews, and that you have an edge over others. And talking about day one readiness, so when I got into Adobe, we had this boot camp of almost a week wherein they taught us about the cloud computing platforms. They taught us about two, AWS and Azure. So I was able to grab the things much more quick because I had some prior knowledge about it. And like definitely recommend you to have that knowledge before you know start with any internship or get or your full-time placement in any company. And talking about the AWS certifications that matter, so there are these are two examples. There are many more certifications, but these are the two. AWS certified cloud practitioner. It is an entry level AWS certification, and the second one is the AWS certified solutions architect associate. This is an associate level or a higher level of AWS certification, but both of these are very famous when it comes to uh, re- placements and recruitments. So these certifications are industry level certifications, which will give you an edge over the other students. I remember when I was the AWS Cloud Captain, I was given various vouchers that I can distribute among the members of my club so that they can take these examinations for free, because these exams are worth some 150 or $200, I remember at that time. So I encouraged many members of my club to take these certifications, and many of them actually succeeded and got certified with these AWS certifications. So now discussing to the real student advantages of learning AWS. So, like discussing about why these cloud skills are the highest ROI, that is return on interest investments you can make in college. So there are various learning resources that are available currently on Google. You can check out the official AWS documentation that is available. It is very comprehensive, and you will get the extensive knowledge on each and every service that is available on AWS. Then we have talked about the AWS training and certification. And a very good part is that you get 12 months free access to 100 plus services. You can actually build your projects, you can showcase them in hackathons, and you can get benefited from this AWS free tier. All you need to do is that you need to give your credit card or debit card information, but not not even a single paisa or rupee will be deducted from your account. You just need to give the information of your card, and once that 12-month free time is over, only then any amount will be deducted. So you need to take care of that. But for the first 12 months, you can access the services for free. Then there are various platforms like Cloud Guru, Coursera, Udemy, wherein you can, access to instructor-led video courses, and you can have a better knowledge if you want. And AWS YouTube channel, it has insane number of videos. All the talks that are presented in reinvent or deep dives or community days, they all are available there. So please, you can just check the AWS YouTube channel, and you'll have lot of information and the experiences shared by the professionals. So I would definitely encourage every one of you to start, or just create your AWS account, start exploring it, try hands on, and try to get and understand a few services, so that you can try that out on your projects, that whatever you'll be building. Again, talking about the building impactful projects. So uh, you can have these things to build a strong portfolio, that is CCP, that is Cloud Computing Platform Solutions Architect Associate. You can validate your skills with globally recognized credentials, because these certificates remain with you always as a digital token. You can access to them anytime. Then you can get those projects on GitHub. You can showcase them on GitHub. You can collaborate with people to create better projects. Then you can elevate your work experience, because um, if you contribute to projects which include AWS cloud, or not even cloud, just open source contributions, or maybe you can participate in multiple cloud hackathons, they are actually considered as real experience. Matlab, this is one thing that I will totally suggest you guys. Please do try out the AWS platform, or any other platform you are comfortable with, and try deploying your project. Start deploying your database, because that is one thing which will help you understand how things work in corporate or in companies. Then you can strengthen your internship. You can apply for the cloud specific companies or cloud specific roles, and this will give you an edge over others. And then there's AWS Community Builder Program. If you contribute consistently in AWS community, you write articles, you write blogs, or you share your information with others related to AWS Cloud. This will help you to get selected in the AWS Community Builder Program. It accepts application annually, generally in February or March. So it will help you uh, to get selected if you contribute consistently, and being members of AWS Cloud Club will definitely give you an edge over the other applicants. And post AWS Community Builder program, there's another program that is AWS Heroes. This is mainly for the professionals, but yeah, like after 2 3 years you guys will also be professionals, and you can apply for that if you have prior experience with the AWS communities. Then talking about the job opportunities in cloud, so there are a huge number of opportunities available. You can go for cloud engineer, DevOps engineer, AWS and developer. This is specific to the AWS cloud, but yes, you can try that out. Then cloud security engineer. Cloud security engineer is one thing, and apart from that, AI security engineer is another thing. So as you know that AI is something which is which is everyone's getting into AI, and most of the projects are built using LLMs and built on AI. Hence, the security breach becomes very easy. Hence, as the hence the requirement for the cloud security engineer as well as the AI security engineer has rapidly increased in the market. So you can focus on this domain as well. Then you can try for the data engineer, solutions architect, and even the AWS technical trainer. So AWS technical trainer is uh, more like an more like a academic front of job opportunity, but still there are some companies which do recruit AWS technical trainer if you have prior experience in training the people. So these are some job opportunities that you can apply for, and these are more concentrated in cloud. But if you also go for SDE roles, then also cloud is something that you should understand, and you should have some experience in cloud. Because if you talk about any service that you'll work on, maybe as a backend engineer you'll work on some service, you'll create some, or if as AI engineer you will create any agent or LLM or MCP. So everything will be deployed on the cloud only. All the databases, all the services, all the agents will be deployed on cloud. Hence, having a good knowledge of cloud and platforms is very important. That um, and also this will help you to understand the concept of distributed computing. Uh, so talking about the edge on the on-campus interviews. So as I have mentioned that the cloud platform is used in companies and corporates worldwide. You can also suggest using some specific AWS services in the system design rounds. It will help you to pass through them. You won't be facing many system design rounds during your internship season, but as you grow more in your career, system design rounds become more important, and herein you can suggest using some specific services. Then talking about the resume standout, having AWS profile or AWS certifications or AWS or some projects deployed on AWS or any other cloud platform will give you an edge over others. You will make your resume stand out. Then this is one community wherein you'll find many people, many students, or people who have just started their career, that is freshers or even experienced professionals. So you can network with them and you can gain the referral, not only in AWS or Amazon, but there are people from many companies which use AWS extensively. You can try and connect with them as well. And talking about the project based answers, so like if you build projects specific to cloud computing, or not even specific to cloud computing, even if you deploy your projects there, you can discuss it in more detail with HR, and you can share not just your knowledge but practical execution. And sharing some tips from my journey, I will just say that don't overthink, but start with CCP, that is cloud computing platforms, whatever platforms you like, and start building the things. Don't, you know, just read, but try applying the things. You can use various services like Elastic, S3, and you can, start with setting up the Lambda functions. So there are many things you can explore on the AWS Cloud platform. Please do explore it. You can document things on GitHub, or you can, start with contributing to articles, or you can start with contributing to um, articles on Medium, or you can educate people through LinkedIn posts. So try documenting things. Then you can start joining the community early. AWS Cloud Club, then Community Builder. So there are many communities there. AWS user group, Delhi NCR, it is. So you can, join the communities and apply for the programs proactively. This year, Sanya has been selected as the AWS Cloud Captain. Next year, maybe any one of you will be selected as the AWS Cloud Captain, and you need to carry the legacy. So you need to start working from a bit early, and contribute, and show your leadership qualities, and get selected in these programs. And more importantly, talk about your cloud work. If you have built something good and you really want to talk about any of your project, take this as a platform. And you know next time you can be one of the speaker here, showcasing your project or showcasing your knowledge. Why not? So, in community, you should focus on peer to peer learning, and discussing things will definitely help you to understand more things and explore more things. Talking about the cloud roadmap, go and please create an account on AWS uh, platform. Start with the AWS free tier, understand the cloud basics. Then you can maybe try on the certification, or maybe if you are not very much interested in certification, at least build some project and deploy it on AWS or any other cloud platform. Also, you can, grow yourself in this club, AWS Cloud Club. And peer to peer learning is one thing, talking about and sharing about your knowledge, your project is one thing. So please do, you know get involved in the community, and you can highlight your achievements on LinkedIn or among people in your network. Then you can go for the advanced certification, that is architect level certification. And finally, like in few months, you can even lead the AWS Cloud Club, or maybe next year you can try for the core position. So try to get involved in these things, try to understand these things. But yeah, like one thing more, cloud is one thing you'll really enjoy working on if you actually have good interest. So I would suggest, if you are truly interested in, spend some time to discover new, not discover but explore new services, etc. So all I would like to share is, start early and stay ahead of the other students. This is the best time to start with cloud. Get your AWS free tier today. Join the AWS Cloud Club IGDTUW and start with your cloud uh, platform journey. And if you have any questions, we can discuss now. I see a few messages.
Uh,
Thank you, Arushi Didi, for the wonderful session. I'm sure this has sparked a lot of curiosity among students, and yeah, we can move on to the Q&A session, and everyone here can like feel free to ask any of the questions they have. Also, if you are hesitating in asking the questions here, you can also connect with me on LinkedIn and DM me to ask any of your doubts, or if you need any guidance to go through pro- go through your project, or if you need any guidance on the type of project you need to work on, not only on AWS or cloud, but any other topic as well. So yeah, but I'm open to answer to any of your queries for now. Yeah, Gauri.
Hello, Didi. So I had a few questions. So first of all, it's regarding what project should I focus on? Because being a first year student going to second year, I have a lot of things on my mind. Should I go for an internship? Should I start doing my personal projects, or should I just focus on hackathons more? Like, how should I actually use Amazon in the best way?
So first year is one of the most I won't say important, but adventurous year, because that is the time when you are actually exploring most of the tech stacks. You are trying to understand if you have interest in one, if you want to go in AI, if you want to focus on cloud, if you want to focus on maybe any other domain, full stack development, etc. So it is fine if you, even if you have that confusion, you can definitely explore the things you actually like. And since you are going in the second year may internship, I don't think if that is very great idea. I will say that first try to build up your skill set, and then you can focus on internship. You focus on your personal projects. You can try understanding the things you are actually interested in, and then you can try out with the internships. Don't go for those course based internships. Better to have internship where you are getting paid and you are not paying. So yeah, focus on that also. And talking about how you can utilize AWS, so as I've mentioned, go and take your free AWS trial and try to use it as much as you can. You can get thousands of idea on Google. On you can ask ChatGPT for ideas that can be relevant to you, and you are interested in solving some issues or some problems. So yeah, in that way you can use AWS to the most.
Thank you, Didi.
Ashpreet, yeah. Sorry, you are not audible.
Hello.
Yeah.
I was asking that if we are only 3 months before internship season, then how should we strategically cloud to gain an edge?
uh okay, so you have 1 month before your internship season, right? Okay, so uh, during your internship, like whatever project you will work on, there are very high chances that uh, you will be deploying it or working on some cloud platform. So it is good to understand the basics, try understanding a few services, or just get used to with the platform, with the dashboards, with the UI of the cloud platform. See, most of the cloud platforms are very similar. The idea behind it is very similar. So if you get used to one or two cloud platforms, you can easily work with any of the other. So just get used to it, try and understand, just make a small project, to understand how you can integrate your project with the services. That will be enough.
Okay, thank you so much.
Uh, yeah, Shreya.
Hi Dee. So I wanted to ask, as I'm a first year student, so what are some beginner friendly but good cloud projects that can strengthen my resume? Because I'm new to all of this, so don't know a lot about it.
So as I've mentioned, you can get many ideas on Google, but specifically, the ideas which can be relevant to you can be any, as you can try building any agent or LLM, and try getting it deployed on AWS or any cloud platform. That will be enough for being in first year, or any other website if you try, wherein you will be connecting it with the database, so you can use it through AWS or any other cloud platform. That would be enough.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, Didi. In the chat box, Naina Verma has asked you about your research paper and like the process and which professor you worked under
Okay, hi
during the
Nana.
research.
uh, Hi Nana. So yeah, about the research paper, so it was mainly in the field of AI ML and deep learning in healthcare. So my focus was mainly on lung cancer nodules. So in short, you can think of it more like image processing and classification. Uh, in like it was not only in two classes, but it was more into multiple classes of classification. So talking about the professor I worked with, so I worked with the ECHOD of that time, which was Nidhi ma'am. I'm not sure which professors will be good to work with for now, but you can connect with any of the professors or PhD scholars, and you can take their help to start your research journey. And the processes, okay, so if we are talking about the research papers, so research papers are mainly under of two kinds. One is review, one is implementation. Review is one wherein you review almost 50 100 research papers and add your own thoughts. Then and implementation paper is the one wherein you build some project, you work on something, and then uh, publish a research write a research paper based on that project model or implementation that you have worked on. So work on some project, then start with the research paper, get help of some professor, because in college specifically you need to have someone, in IGDTUW specifically you need to have someone, some professor or PhD scholar who have approved your research paper before sending it to some conference. Because when your paper is accepted, you need to pay some conference fee for your paper to get published. And if you want to get that fee reimbursed, you need approval from the college. So this is mainly the process that you need to follow to get your papers published.
कॉलेज में 7 रिसर्च पेपर्स लिखे लिखे
Thank you so much, Dee. I also have a question from you. So my question is, do companies really value AWS certifications or projects more?
So okay, AWS certifications are actually industry level certifications which are valued. So so you're talking about the certifications, they are definitely valued. But even if you're not having those certificates and you have um, hands-on experience with the cloud, so that is valued almost similar, and it is a good to have thing and will definitely give an edge over others.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you so much. Yes, Vani, go ahead with your question.
Oh, hi, so did cloud knowledge help you crack interviews at companies like Adobe? Like how it is?
uh, I got selected in Adobe before I become the AWS Cloud Captain. uh, I got selected as an intern, and I became the AWS Cloud Captain in my fourth year. So uh, it gave me an edge when I got into the company because I had the prior knowledge of cloud computing, but there were people who were the members of the society of this club, and they definitely got an edge over others while they were getting interviewed because um, they had more information of the cloud. And uh, just a minute. Yeah, so sorry. uh, yeah, so there were people who got the internships and placement after they got into the club, or there were other cloud captains from different colleges who got an edge over others because they have that knowledge of AWS. And also when I sat in the placement season before the PPO came for me, and I talked about my experience of the AWS Cloud Club. So the interviewer was visibly very interested in knowing my experience and wanted to know about the services I had actually worked on. So yeah, it does give an edge because the interviewer gets interested in talking to you about those things because they are already talking about DSA and the general projects with everyone. But when you bring up something new to the table, it 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 is good.
Oh, okay, thank you so much.
Okay, we have some questions for you in the chat box. I'll go over with them one by one. So Vivek has said that he's a recent graduate looking for a job, but even after applying on LinkedIn, company websites, and emailing HR, he's not getting any responses. He is requesting your guidance on how he can improve his job search and increase his chances of getting a job as a fresher.
Yeah. So hey Vivek, um, I understand that these situations are frustrating, but I would suggest try to upskill yourself and keep on applying. Having referral is a good idea, and just cold emailing HR or just applying on LinkedIn, I'm not sure if that will help, but mm try to try to apply for the jobs wherein your skills are actually relevant to the job profile. And apart from that, upskilling is another option. So yeah, like you need to work on it consistently apply and consistently upskill yourself. There's no shortcut, I believe.
Didi, another question by Rupankar is that I am currently in last year and currently studying for his AWS Cloud Practitioner. So, any suggestions for him?
Yeah, so AWS Cloud Practitioner, as I've mentioned, is definitely a great certification. Uh, please go through it. Please go for it, and there are plenty of resources which are available on Google. You can either check them out, or also there are YouTube videos for the preparation. You can check that, and there are some official AWS resources, so you can check them out as well. So for understanding and for learning perspective, there are many resources which are available. But yes, please to understand that AWS is very strict with their certification. And yeah, so AWS is very strict with the certification. So please do um, prepare for it properly and diligently, because I guess once you are failed, you lost that lose that amount that you have paid for the certification or for the examination, and then you have to reapply for it. You need to as in repay. So please try that out. Please study properly, as in with the resources which are available. But yeah, in the practitioner exam, the questions are generally from easy to medium. They do not focus on the hard questions. In the practitioner exam, harder questions are mainly for the associate exam, sorry. Also, Niharika asked ki, what about the mandatory internship in this SEM break for first year students? Which ones should we choose from the options given by our college? I'm not sure what all options are given by your college, but after my first year, I had picked up a AIML boot camp. It actually proved to be a turning point for me, because it helped me to get interest in AIML, and that was the time when I first authored, and published my research paper. So try to take up the boot camp or the course which actually interests you, and do not go for very expensive courses which might not be very useful. Try to go with some courses which you feel will be helpful for you to in building better projects which you can work on even after your internship is ended. Yeah. All the best for that.
Thank you, Devi.
I think we can wrap up the Q&A session for now. If there are any more doubts, you guys can connect with Arushi D and DM her, and I think they will be open to help everyone. And let's just turn on our cameras for a quick group picture. Please, guys, we request you all to turn your cameras on. Just a
can we have a few more cameras on for the group photo?
Okay, I guess we can go ahead with the picture. And Nisha, can you please take a picture and just tell us once you're clicking it so we all can smile or maybe make a victory sign. Okay, thank you everyone. But please don't go. There's a feedback form for you all. Just a second. So before we close, one important thing. You can just scan the QR on the screen. Okay, I hope the screen is visible to you guys. So you can scan the QR on the screen or check out the link in the community service group will provide for feedbacks. And this will only take a minute, and your official participation certificate will be shared with you once. Please fill it out, so don't skip it.
A huge thanks to Arushi Devi for taking the time out to share such real valuable insights tonight with us tonight. We really appreciate it. And thank you to each one of you for joining and making this session so wonderful and engaging. Stay connected with the AWS Cloud Club IGDTUW for more such events.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Arishidi. Wonderful session we have.
Thank you.